which legend would you want to pick if you want to call some legend to play this league?
Oh, MS Dhoni.
Dhoni.
Oh yeah, just to play in his team. Obviously, I played enough cricket against him. You know, has a lot of presence about him, a calmness. But it would be great just to share a dressing room for one game. Actually, it would be quite nice. So we'll have to speak to the guys, see if we can get him in for one. But just to listen to his experiences and his, like I said, calmness under pressure. It would be great to have in the dressing room.
So I want to ask you one more question, which is on the World Test Championship. So India has been there in the final for back-to-back finals, but we haven't won any. So this year, what do you think? Who are you seeing as like finalists?
Obviously India. It'll be interesting to see. I've obviously worked recently.
Win it?
It was third time lucky. Yeah. Again, you can only keep putting yourselves in finals and having the opportunities. And like I said, they've done that incredibly. So consistent over such a long period of time. Again, I've been working with Sri Lanka as well in the recent time. It'd be great. They're just hovering just below the top two. So I mean, at the moment it's looking Australia and India, but Sri Lanka just coming up. If they were to win a big series against Australia at home, you never know. You could see an India Sri Lanka series Test Championship at Lords, which would be quite incredible. But the fact that India have been in 3 now back to back, I think shows the consistency they have home and away, which is what every team is chasing as well. Is not just winning at home, but winning away from home, which India are doing incredibly well.
Would you rather want to pick like India, England, or India, Australia?
I think I'd still have to be. I know I'd be a little bit biased. England, the Ashes is something special, as like I said, to play. But I agree, the rivalry, India and Australia, and in particular the way India have beaten Australia a lot at home on tour. So I think that's special. The fact that I was watching. I remember that the Brisbane game with Rashid Pant's 100 and the way they won. I mean, that was a special series. And I don't think Australia have beaten India for a long time. So they're under a bit of pressure at home, and the expectation is to win. So I think the pressure's on Australia to win that series.
What are some funniest nicknames you have shared in the dressing room?
I'm trying to think now. Oh, it's put me on the spot. Not too many. I mean, I'm trying to think.
What's yours?
My mind has been pretty basic from belly. It gets pretty. I think in England we keep it very simple. There's nothing over the top that's too funny. But I did have the the hammer of eternal justice at home. I don't know how that happened. Something to do with my cover drives or something like that. But something like that. So it's a bit weird.
And in dressing room, do they call you with any nickname?
No, not really. No, it's very basic and belly. That's it really. It's it's not. It's probably English really. It's not really too much humour to that.
Which Indian player would you have loved to have in your national team?
That's a difficult question. I think if it was the bat, obviously Virat Kohli. Definitely, and I wouldn't mind Bummer in my bowling attack as well.
If you could only eat one Indian dish for the rest of your life, which one would you pick?
It's difficult. I love my Indian food, but probably a good butter chicken.
If your cricket bat could talk, what would it say to you during a bad innings?
Stay calm. It always comes good. It always gets easier, long as you stay out in the middle.
If you could swap your cricketing career with any player, who would it be and why?
Certainly watching someone like Virat Kohli over a long period of time, like Joe Root, their longevity, their skill level over a long period of time is admirable. So I think, there's no doubt, I think the way Virat handles pressure, expectation and delivers consistently is something you admire.
Do you ever go late to the team meetings?
No.
You're always on time?
Yeah, that's one of my things, always punctual.
Who's the latecomers?
Who was it? Colin de Grandhomme will probably be one of those.